These guys thought they were going to get all this football talk. Heck
no, we're talking about burgers.
Foodland, Seven Brothers,
shrimp trucks,
feral chickens. Just a little slice of the North Shore for everybody out there. And then did you hit up the Kahuku Farms across from Secret Beach, the fried bananas?
I never got around to it.
Bro.
Yeah, see, if I'm being honest, there's a lot of things I wish I did.
But you're doing football, and you're doing school, and you're like...
Yeah, so that's another thing is like, people are like, oh, did you do this? Did you do this? And I'm like...
I wasn't on vacation.
Yeah, that's like the biggest thing is like, yeah, like, I'm living in paradise. But, I still have like responsibilities because I'd wake up for school. We had 6 a.m. seminar every day, Monday through Friday. So I'd wake up at, 5:55.
Yeah.
Get to seminary by 6. Get home during football season, get home by like 8.
Yeah.
And so, that's 5 days a week and then game days on Saturdays or Fridays. And so, like if I could go back, it would be a lot more.
We'll go back.
Yeah.
We'll have to make it happen.
Yeah. My family all moved away from there now, but I still got, uncles and aunties over there.
Yep.
I can crash with anytime. Oh, yeah.
For life. I got some friends. I had a kid who was from Kahuku that transferred to Spanish Fork and played with me. And every time we come back, we've always connected. It's like, you don't have, I don't know, we don't stay in like the most contact in between, but we're just brothers. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
because I have friends like, I don't know if you know Lokana Enos. He was on spring ball last year. He's a tight end. So he's one of my best friends. He's on his mission right now. But his dad, Uncle Kahau, it's my guy. Yeah. Like, texts me all the time. He's like another one of my dads. Like, he just like, he loves me and I can always like count on him. Yeah. It's like if I go back there, like I know I got a place to stay.
Yeah. Dude, that's the way to do it, man. And like with family, you know, out there, like everyone's if you don't have family in Oahu or Maui,
you're doing something wrong.
You're doing it wrong.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
You gotta, and football's great for doing that, right?
Oh, 100%.
Like I would never have connected with this guy if we hadn't like, shed blood, sweat, and tears together, like on the football field and in the locker room and the bus rides and all that stuff.
I was at this camp one time over at Kamehameha Schools, and just like, I don't know what football, it's like a GPA football camp. And what the guy said, like one of the coaches was like, it's like football is just a vehicle for everything else in your life. And so like it's a vehicle for me to go to college and college paid for. It's a vehicle for me to go and meet people. But, I got to maintain that vehicle, make sure it's upkept, maintain it, or else, it's going to crash on me. And so like I've kind of like just had that stick with me. It's like, I got to maintain this vehicle because it's going to get me, places in life I'll never be able to go to. Like I wouldn't be sitting here today without, football.
I would be either.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't be there. If I hadn't played and coached, I couldn't talk shop with the guys on the team, like about X's and O's or like whatever. It's this super valuable skill set that everyone's like, oh, it's a game. And like, my wife, like my buddies come over I play ball with, and I'm still tight with most of them. When they come over, my wife like just rolls her eyes. Like, oh my gosh. Guys, you talk about the good old days. You talk about this. But like, it puts you in this little bit of a club, right? Like with these guys. And if you really know the game, you're going to just enjoy being a viewer, a spectator, coach your whole life. Like, you play tight end. Mm-hmm. Tight end, the most versatile position on offense, right? Am I wrong?
No, you're not.
Okay, like,
it's underrated in my opinion.
Because you got to block the ends.
Yeah, like I'm going against Tyler Batty in practice every day.
Yeah.
I'm like, this dude's like 285.
Yeah. And you got to be able to mix it up with him, and then you got to be able to run those routes.
Yeah.
You got to hit your seams. You got to be quick on the seam. You got to be quick on the arrows, the smash arrows, like the delays. Like
you got to have fast hands. You got to be able to get off your line.
Yeah.
Be a little bit wiggly. It's definitely a tough position. Like, that's something that I've like really struggled with. Is because like, converting from wide receiver down to tight end.
Yeah.
I've had that a little bit of wiggle, a little bit of speed, like the hands. But I never really learned how to block until I got here.
Dude, footwork.
Yeah.
Getting your hat play side.
Oh,
and then taking
I still struggle with that.
Taking the steps, the first step. You can't have a false step.
Exactly.
You can't have a stutter step. You got to take a good, clean first step. Get your hat play side. Like
you got to get your hands inside.
Dude, I was talking with Lane. Lane and I had the same conversation like a month ago when we interviewed him. And like, dude, it is so detailed. Like people don't get it. Like unless you've coached O-line or you've coached tight ends, maybe fullbacks, but like, you just don't get it. Like you don't understand.
No, you really don't. It's like, Coach Steve Clark is a mastermind.
Yes.
Like I've never met such a
tactician,
such a smart tight end mind. Like he knows. He hasn't played the position, but he knows every little thing about it.
Well, he's also been in OC.
Yeah.
So he could probably turn out and do that with a lot of positions.
He's been in like 100, not 100, but like he's been in so many different programs. Like he's picked up just jewel after jewel from every program he's been to. And so I personally don't think there could be a better tight end coach in the world than Coach Clark.
Right. And look at the guys, look at the tight end room.
Oh,
and tell me that, like, whether it's developed or he's recruiting talent, like, he's just an amazing coach.
Yeah, everyone says that Iowa has the best tight ends in the nation. It's like, no, it's the Cougars.
Yeah, it's
hands down the Cougars.
Dude, look at who's in there, man. Like Isaac Rex.
Big boy Isaac, that dude's nasty.
Tell us about the tight ends.
I mean, they're my family now.
Yeah.
Like, when I first got here last year, I was like, I knew Mason, I knew Carter, I knew them from, just before. I was doing my official visit with Carter.
You don't live too far from those guys, right?
Right now?
Yeah.
No,
well,
I live...
Because you're with Houston and Chris, right?
Yeah, so I'm just right there, South Chicago. There's most towns. So we're like right next to each other.
Right, but you're in the same kind of area.
Yeah. And so I see them all the time, like outside, like. So those two I was like comfortable with coming in, like, I just, like, Isaac, I was like, oh, this is like freshman All-American. I was like, holy cow, like, Isaac Rex. And I was like, oh, Down Holker.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of like, I shouldn't be, but I was like kind of like starstruck when I first got in there, because it's like these are like big time guys.
Yeah.
And so now, like, how like this brotherhood developed, like become more personal with each of them. Like, I've like seen how each of them care for me, they help me, they like pick me up, they teach me, coach me. I mean, Isaac is like just as good of a coach as he's a player. Like, because he's been out a little bit with his ankle, but he's like, he's doing really well now. But while he was out, he's able to coach me, help me, give me advice. I mean, Dallin's there as well. He's a little bit more soft spoken, but when he does, like, he chooses his word carefully. He knows exactly what he's saying. Yeah. I mean, plus, like, I watch Dallin, like, I articulate what he does, and I look at it and I'm like, okay, if he makes this move on this kind of guy, like, that looks like this. Like, I look at like his hand position, his feet position. I like dissect what Dallin does. I'm like, okay, that's what I need to do, because like he's also high. You
guys are actually pretty similar body types.
Yeah.
You and Dallin are. He's bulked up a little bit more.
Yeah, he's like 240 something.
Yeah, he's bulked up a little bit more.
That's what I gotta get to.
but you're younger, like, you got time. Like, you'll get there. Like, and you don't have to be exactly like him, but I think from the get go you guys have similar body types and similar game too.
Yeah. So I mean, like, watching him, like I feel like of all the tight ends in the room, I'm most similar to him. Yeah. But I keep trying to be more like him. Yeah. Like he works hard, and I'm like, hey, if he's working hard like this, I want to work hard like that so I can get to where he's at. Yeah. So he's like, I've never told him, he's kind of like my role model right now. Right. And so, I mean, he's just such a hard worker. He's diligent. He's humble. So that's the kind of guy that I'm like, I want to be like. Yeah. And then also on top of that, like, Mason Wade, his leadership is also unmatched. He's a leader in our tight ends room. He's always looking after each of us, pushing us. He gives so much effort each play. Right. Like, his fight, just his dog mentality. Like, he's like 6'1", but he's going against 6'6" DNs. Like, right. Anybody coming to, he's just standing his own. Like, he's just got that edge to him. Yeah. And so, like, but everybody, like, Lane is an outstanding blocker. Yeah. Like, I don't know if he'll ever say it, because he's again, everyone in there.
We deep dove into the technique, like, we did a little bit of a deep dive here, but Lane in our interview.
Lane is another just great mind. Yeah. High IQ.
He's gonna be a great coach.
Oh yeah.
If he wants to. If he wants to coach somewhere,
he's got to coach.
Dude, college coaching's rough. Like, you could basically go school to school.
And then you go GA.
You go to
underpaid, and it's tough.
But it's worth it in the end, right? Like, it's
like everything.
Everything you got to sacrifice for something good. Mm-hmm. But even if he chooses to coach high school, little league, whatever his kids do, and his wife is national champion, so it's gonna have some athletic kids, right? He's gonna just rock it. Like, I love that guy.
Lane just gives good advice. Like, his blocking is so consistent. Right. And then you got Carter. He's like a one-on-one guru. Yeah. Like, that dude. That guy's got some wiggle to him. Yeah. So I mean, there's everybody in our tight end room that, like, all of us just make complete, like,